Hello. What is? No, I don't know what this is. Alright. I don't know what this is. I guess you need a ticket to get in. Who knows what this shit is? Yeah, I guess you need a ticket to go into an empty place. Yeah, this is all bullshit. Yeah, this is all just like the outer. I don't know. We'll just walk through this olive patch. But yeah. Yeah, I already told how I won the trip to the Super Bowl. It was Superbowl XLIII between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Arizona Cardinals. And yeah, I went with the Bud girls on the Bud plane. You know, it's like a private jet. It's the Toronto Raptors private jet. And we won tickets. We look at Budweiser plane part 1 for damn, there's mad pigeons or some shit, for how I won and all that shit. So anyways, we get off the private jet. John Tortorella's on our plane, and same with Retod in the morning, Todd Shapiro from the Toronto news station. And yeah, so we're on the Raptors private plane, I guess. And it's like, oh, they have like buffets, they have everything up there, right? They have like unlimited beers, so you can get hammered. We're playing fucking fumble, you know, when you grab a football and fucking make the other guy fumble by tackling. So everybody's playing this shit. And we got Budweiser girls, Vanessa Shapka and shit, sitting on our laps. It was a great time, you know. When we landed at Tampa Bay, I don't know what the airport's called, but it's like, I think it's a little bit at night. I think it's like 10 o'clock at night maybe. So we land there and we all start loading up the bus, and we're staying at this, I forget what our hotel is called. It's like the Hilton or something crazy, right? And so basically we load the bus and we're on our way to the hotel, which is only 15 minutes away. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta piss. They're like, you can wait, you can wait. I'm like, no, I gotta take a piss now. Let's pull over at this gas station, because I know gas station has beers, right? So we go in, so I go into the gas station, use the washroom, and here comes three fancy boy joggers maybe. So when I use the washroom, I want to get down there. I go in there and I spend like, because I think cases are like 20 bucks a case in the States, maybe even less, right, of beer for Budweiser. And so basically yeah, I buy $200 worth of $200-300 worth of booze, right, like beer, like cans of beer and ice, and I buy a couple more dollars worth of ice. So my plan is to get my bathtub and shit full of beers and ice and have a huge party, you know what I mean? And so when I come back on the bus, I have all the store clerks and shit bringing on cases of beer, and they're like, what the fuck? And they're like, this guy's already the man, yeah, he's already getting that party started. And so I was like the man from there, and I'm like, hotel party in my room. And our room was right beside the Bud girls. I think they put it there after we were like those damn dudes, you know? I mean, and they helped us win the ticket, so we already knew the Bud girls, so, and we stayed beside them. Great times, you know what I mean? And yeah, I have no clue. I've never been down here. Look what's in front of me. All these stormy clouds, man. We're about to get so wet. Oh no. Wetter than a Wonder Boy's noodle. Yeah, who knows? And so when we get back to the hotel, I fill the bathtub up with ice and beers, the whole bathtub. There's pictures of it. I'll post them, I guess. I'll get them off my Facebook and post them. I think there's a Bud girl sitting on the bathtub full of ice. It's sick. And yeah, we go to the real Coyote Ugly bar with all the girls dancing on the tables, you know, throwing shots in your mouth, acting real naughty, and naughty jotties, you know. And yeah, it was great. Like, we had these Budweiser passes, these lamination things, and then on the way back, I mean, one time we were coming back on a bus during the day, and I seen Floyd Mayweather, and nobody knew. This was before he was Pretty Boy Floyd. He's I mean, this was before he's Money Mayweather. He's Pretty Boy Floyd at the time. So what happened was I was the only one that noticed the guy. So I'm like, yo, Floyd May. So I get off the bus, I'm like, yo, what's up, buddy? You fucking champ, you know? And I get a picture taken with him. He's like, he was fucked up, you know, on some sweet loving from Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? He's high off that God, that Bible got him. And he's cool as shit. He's not arrogant and a prick like in real life. I mean, like in the weigh-ins and stuff, he's actually a real cool dude, down to earth, really good guy. And I had this trucker hat on that said male escort, and he's like, I like your hat, where'd you get that from? I want one. He's like, I'm like, oh, it cost $2 from Dick's Sports Good. For everybody that's watching that doesn't know what Dick's Sports Good is, it's a store in the States that sells cheap ass clothes like university shit and stuff, college clothes. And so so me and my buddy were the only ones that got pretty much allowed to take a picture, because we're the only ones that really knew who he was. So we felt privileged, you know, white privilege wins again. He did something for the white man. Anyways, yeah, so we got to meet him, and I'm like, yo, what are you, we're here for the Super Bowl with Budweiser. I'm like, can we, he's like, yo, come check out my bus. Because he had a party bus, right? He had all these TVs, Patron, weed, girls dancing, and we almost fanned out, right? We almost fanned out and started taking like pictures inside the bus. So yeah, hey. And look at, there's a nice little memorial site. I don't know what this place is, but it's like definitely upper echelon of people. Like, look at this house. This looks like a fucking Lego house. It looks like Will Ferrell lives there, eh? The fucking Lego killer. Anyways, I forget what I was talking about. Damn, bro, I forget. Oh no, so he's like, yeah, so we almost fanned out, and he's like, yo, no pictures, man. Floyd's got a wife and shit. So we're done looking, and the bus is pretty cool. And he's like, yo, you asked for this name. I forget what name it is now. And we'll be at this club, and I forget what club it is. And you guys can come party with us for the Super Bowl party. And we're like, fucking sweet, right? And so that was the next day. So during that day, because we stayed at this hotel, I met Robin Thicke, Ray J, Keisha Cole, Mark Recchi. Everybody was staying at our hotel. We were staying at the Premier Hotel. It was sick, right? And they're all partying with us and everything. It was dope. And so basically, when yeah, so that day we got to go out and go see like the NFL Combine, where they do the meet and greets and stuff with all the fans and do all the skills competitions and all this stuff. And then and we also got to go to the Tampa Bay versus Philadelphia Flyers hockey game, which we sat in a private booth and got free White Castle burgers and shit, and it was pretty dope too, right? And yeah, so we got free White Castle burgers, all you can eat everything. It's like this huge buffet. And I don't know who won. And Dave Anderchuk, if anybody knows hockey, Dave Anderchuk played for the Leafs, and he played for those guys. So Tampa Bay Lightning, right? So he's like a legend. I guess he's some sort of management in Tampa. So yeah, it's sick. So basically, we sat there. On the way in, we seen Julian, Ricky, and Bubbles. Those guys are the trailer park guys. Nobody knew who they were. This was like 2011. So this was 9 years ago, right? And so they weren't that big, only in Canada, really. And so so yeah, we got to see those guys. It was dope. And then after that day's over, oh yeah, some kid came up to me and was like, can you autograph my football? And I'm like, I think you got the wrong guy, because I ain't no fucking footballer, right? So I'm like, obviously being the good Samaritan that I am, I autographed this guy's football for him. I said, who's it to, you know? Give it to her. Thisisbunjo, you know. Thisisbunjo, get used to it. You know how we do it. Shady aftermath in a scope and G unit. Yeah, we go back to the hotel and we party with the Bud girls. We get room service, we fuck them, we do whatever we want, you know. And I mean fudge them. We made fudge for them. And we see this guy Robin Thicke coming. He's reeking like drugs, you know. Just a whole bunch of drugs. His eyes are half closed and shit. We're like, yo, what's up? He's like, yo, man, can I come talk to you guys tomorrow? I'm too fucked up, he says, right? I think he's too busy cheating on his wife at the time, Paula Patton or whatever her name was, with Miley Cyrus, you know? Remember that shit? And so sure enough, the guy comes back next day. He remembered us and he hangs out and everything. It was great. And it was great. And here's this is a view from up top here. Yeah, it's pretty dope. And so yeah, then we see Mark Recchi and all these guys and we get pictures and I don't know, it's pretty fun times. And then so the Super Bowl, the day of the Super Bowl comes, right? So we go off into so it's at the Super Bowl field in Tampa Bay is called Raymond James Stadium. So we're on our way. We have to sit with the Super Bowl Bud plane because we have this whole itinerary, like I said before, right? So we have this already mapped out stuff by them in their books. So we got to follow suit, kind of, right? And I'm gonna go down there for a beer, I think, too. Why not? There's a hottie working, and she's so sexy. And she has this nice, beautiful ass with these tattoos. Jesus Christ did wonders with that woman. And yeah, so the day of the Super Bowl comes, and we're on our way to the Raymond James Stadium. We're with the bus, you know, the group. And this big fat, as we're walking into the Raymond James Stadium, this big fat dude, American, comes up. He's like, yo, you guys going to the Super Bowl? We're like, yeah, man. We show him our tickets. He grabs our tickets, me and my buddy Salas, and drops down $3 grand American cash each, and then takes the tickets. And we're like, I guess we're not going to the Super Bowl. And so we didn't go. We went to the strip club instead. We just like kind of like sidestepped out of there and went to the and we walked away like kind of like, what the fuck just happened? And then so we whistled down a cab. We're like, cabby, you know. And this cab comes up. It reads Jacksonville on the side, right? Jacksonville means something in this part. So we're like, whatever, we jump in, right? We're like, take us to a mall. We're about to go fucking floss out on these bitches, right? And on our way to the mall in this Jacksonville taxi, a cop pulls us over and says, you guys are involved in a criminal offense riding with this, taking a taxi that's from out of state. We're like, we didn't know fucking shit, you know? I didn't know that you're not allowed to be in a Jacksonville taxi if it's Tampa Bay. I guess it's out of the district, right? And so that girl got arrested, poor girl. She's like an older lady, just trying to make a buck for her family. What the fuck, right? And so me and this guy have to walk the rest of the way to the mall. We go eat some fancy shit. And then we're like, fuck it, let's go to the strip club. And we hit up these titty bars, which suck ass. There's like tape over the nipples and they wear underwear. What the hell is that? My buddy Salas, he pays $500 to go into the champagne room. And like Chris Rock says, ain't no fucking kissing in the champagne room. Ain't no fucking in the champagne room, you know? And sure enough, it's just $500 American to enter the room. And without anything. So all the others, so it cost him like $1,000, but he's still cool. He still has $2 grand left from that, right? And so me and him put on this show like we're betting against each other. We own these car lots. We're big rich dudes. We're eating we're drinking Dom Perignon and eating strawberries with the fucking most beautiful strippers in the place. At Perverts Row too. The Perverts Row is the first row beside the stage. Because if you sit there, you're basically a freaking pervert. Because you're just staring into her soul through her, you know, through her V. And yeah, so me and him sit there and we end up going to all these strip clubs and we forget about Floyd Mayweather's party because we're too involved and caught up in this fast lifestyle, right? So the next day we're like, oh fuck, we stood Floyd Mayweather up, holy shit. And then yeah, it's crazy. So then on the way back on the private jet, this guy Todd Shapiro, he's like he came with us to do like his news coverage for his radio station at Energy 108, I think, in Toronto. And he's interviewing everybody's experience. He's like, he comes up to us, he's like, so, he has the camera in our face, so tell us about your experience at Super Bowl. I'm like, we didn't go, we sold our tickets and went to the strip club, you know? So woo, Crip Life, LA, Grape Street, you know? And he's like, puts the camera down, he's like, you know, this was a once in a lifetime opportunity. He's like, but that's a fucking wicked story. He's like, here, let me roll it again, let's tell the story again. And so we rehash everything and tell them a story. It was fucking sick, man. This trip was worth like 30 grand each. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, so we already popped it off by being wild, because at the beginning we stayed in the Maple Leaf Lounge in ACC at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto. That's the International Airport. That's it's the ACC Lounge. It's at the Pearson Airport. So at this place they're like, oh, I'm a poor dude, right? I'm a drug dealer. I was drug dealing at the time. So they're like, it's all you can fucking drink, all you can whatever. So I see these two Henny bottles sitting upside down, you know, where you pour a shot and have a drink. So I fucking unclick both those bottles. I'm like, let's go, boys. They're like, oh, we didn't mean like that. I'm like, you said all you can, anything you want. So I grabbed 2 bottles. I'm walking onto the plane with 2 bottles, the private jet, and they're like, this guy's wild. So we get crunked the hell up, right? And that was like the kicker to the whole trip. And yeah, now that Vanessa Schaap girl is married to an NHL hockey player, I mean, still had fun with her. It was a great time. And thank you, ladies, for letting us go. And this bud's for you. Thisisbunjo, and I'm out here. And Marion Forest, I guess. I don't even know where the hell I am today, to be honest. I just see all these wild pumas and all this just hiking in the forest. And look how dark it looks. It's midday, but it's this dark. That means shit's about to fucking calm down on daddy out here. Daddy's about to get a spanking by the good Lord. Mother Nature's about to whip my ass. And yeah, so this is Bunjo, and don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, comment, dislike, do whatever you gotta do. And it's about to get wet on my fucking titties, so I gotta put the old GoPro away. And thank you.